Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another live reaction and first impression video in Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we just got a trailer that dropped for, I'm guessing, the new heroes that are coming in a couple of days. This caught me completely by surprise because we have a Fate channel that was announced for tomorrow. I assumed that they were going to hold off on the announcement trailer until after the Fate channel or during the Fate channel, but apparently not. So we got the trailer right now. I haven't looked at it, just opened it. I have it ready to start, but I haven't actually watched it yet. I avoided seeing the thumbnail and the name, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at what new heroes they have in store for us. So let's start. Alright, so let's take a look. A lot of people were speculating more Fate's Awakening because of the messages that they had earlier about... okay, it's going to be Fates related. Dream Princess.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to return to the
Oh wow! Wait, what? Corrin. Wow, she looks so good. Draconic Rage. So she's a green dragon.
Night has fallen.
And that art by Sencha. Alright, so more Birthright Conquest. Dream Prince. Corrin?
A happy
Yeah, it is
is
Corrin.
than a painful reality.
Oh man. Corrin Fest, anyone? Draconic Rage, Dragon Fang. I will be taking a look at these after the fact. So he's a blue dragon. Alright, I think they were both infantry, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Birthright. Caring Mother. Oh, really? Is it going to... It is going to be Mikoto. Okay. Infantry Healer. Flash Plus. Ooh, Brazen Attack Res. Okay, Infantry Rush. Looks pretty cool. Fate's Conquest. So it's going to be the no, it's going to be...
I may not be
what?
the Camilla you're familiar with.
Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Whoa, wait, hold on. Wait. What is going on? What is this? Paralog Story Adrift. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wait. What? This is the most random banner. I was... Not only was I completely unprepared for the banner itself, but... This is so random. This is so random. We've got two Corrins. One of them, male and female Corrin. What's the name of this? It's Adrift. So it's called Adrift. This is the banner's called Adrift. We've got a new male and female Corrin that are both dragons and infantry. We have Mikoto, who's a healer infantry, and then we have a flying red mage Camilla. This is so random. It's so random, and the style. I mean, they all look really cool, but they're going for this this like sort of elegant. It's very interesting, very interesting. I'll say that much. That came out of nowhere for me. Gosh, and so what that means, I mean, anybody that follows my channel knows that I am an advocate of Camilla Emblem. Any additions to Camilla Emblem just makes that potential squadron that much stronger. I've wanted a colorless Camilla component for a long while now, just because I think that healers are very strong, especially in PvE, and that could be an incredible component to Camilla Emblem. It looks like they're adding a red mage, so that now there's a full range of flying mages that are all Camilla, which is in and of itself very deadly. I mean, I have to pull. I have to pull on this. I mean, let's replay. Let's back up the tapes. Let's rewind. Let me gather my thoughts, and let's just take another look at the trailer. Let's play now. Okay. So random. I like can't even get over it. This is such a weird banner. And I didn't even see if there were any other like colors that... Okay, Dream Princess.
Wouldn't it be
Let's pause
wonderful to
here
return to the same
and take another look at Sencha's art. Sencha's art is awesome. Infantry, green dragon. Dress looks very elegant. Got, you know, got the high hemline. Those little butterflies that are all around her. Her hair, it's got sort of that Sencha shine. It just works. And she looks really great. She looks wonderful. I think they did a bang-up job on this art. So let's play.
single night.
Let's pause here at her skills. Okay, so Draconic Rage is her weapon. It's a 16 might weapon. It's not going to be inheritable. It's going to be her own skill. That can't be her own breath. That can't be inherited. Accelerates special trigger cooldown -1, so it has a slaying/killer effect. The number of allies within 2 spaces, excluding unit. Alright, so I'm going to be careful this time, because last time I read one of these, my eyes glazed over and I screwed it up. So I'm not going to screw it up this time. I'm going to read it very carefully. If the number of allies within 2 spaces, excluding unit, is greater than the number of foes within 2 spaces, excluding target, grant attack speed +5 during combat. Okay, so this... This is what I thought Legendary Erica's weapon did. So this is where the number of allies, so number of Corrin's teammates around her within 2 spaces, is more than the number of allies that her foe has around them. Then she gets a +5 to her attack and speed. And then there's adaptive damage. If the foe's range is equal to 2, calculates damage using the lower of the foe's defense or res. Okay. It's not crazy. The whole, you know, accelerated special trigger cooldown is great. All right, so I mean, she doesn't have built-in distant counters, so that's kind of a make it or break it deal, I think, for a lot of people when it comes to dragons, which means that the A slot may end up getting filled with distant counter, if it even matters. But depending on her stats, she could be, you know, more of a player phase type of dragon. We'll just have to kind of see how that shakes out. Okay, we've got a rally attack speed, plus that's an excellent rally that grants essentially a hone effect for movement-based teams for an ally. And it's a dual rally, which means it's going to have high SP cost. Draconic Aura for the special. Always a great choice. Attack Speed Bond 3 is an awesome A-slot skill, so, you know, if people don't end up going distant counter with her, depending on what her stat line is, Attack Speed Bond 3, I mean, that's a very, very powerful, very useful A-slot. And then Fortified Dragons for the C-slot, a very, very, very strong dragon boosting skill. Great kit. I mean, definitely a great kit. And that Attack Speed Bond 3 does synergize with how Draconic Rage comes into play. So I can definitely see her doing a lot of damage out there. Alright, so let's keep going with this.
Night has fallen.
Night has fallen. Is this just like alternate versions of the Corrins? I don't really know what the theme is. Dream Prince.
A happy dream is
Okay,
better.
let's pause here. So, I mean, I guess the theme is that they're all dressed like Azura. So, I mean, I guess the idea is that this is if they had never left their hometown, or I mean, if they had never left their homeland. I guess that's. I mean, so is that the idea? Is that this is an alternate reality where they never left their origins or their place of birth? I'm not really sure. I mean, they're dressed like Azura. They're kind of making these insinuations about it, so I'm guessing that's where it's going. But male Corrin looks fine here. He looks pretty good. They did a great job on the art. Thematically, extremely similar to female Corrin. So no surprises there. The blue butterflies and everything else. Yeah, looks good. Blue Infantry Dragon. Let's keep going.
Then a painful reality.
Painful reality. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so let's pause. Once again, Draconic Rage. Let's see if it's exactly the same as the other Draconic Rage. And it is. Yeah. Yeah, exactly the same. So don't have to go over that again. Dragon Fang for the special. 4 cooldown special, which will go down to a 3 cooldown special with Draconic Rage. And a very powerful special at that. So we've got Attack Defense Bond 3. Similar to the Attack Speed Bond 3. He doesn't come with an assist, so he does not actually come with, you know, a dual rally plus or anything like that, but he instead comes with his own B slot. So Null Follow-Up 3 disables foes' skills that guarantee foes' follow-up attack, and foes' skills that prevent units' follow-up attack. Interesting. So they dedicated a skill to completely disabling Bold Fighter, Brash Assault, Vengeful Fighter, and Wary Fighter. So the fighter skills and Brash Assault, basically. That's what this is. I mean, look, I think we can all agree that the fighter skills are stupid. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing a counter to them, but yeah, I mean, that's no surprise there. I guess I'm not entirely... I'm surprised to see it in this form. It's almost like the dull ranged or those types of skills, where it's explicitly intended to counter a very, very specific archetype, albeit a very prevalent and very powerful archetype, but that does seem limiting, especially for a B-slot skill, since the B-slot is just so valuable. And then we have that lovely, lovely Hone Dragons, which in and of itself is a rare skill, so people are definitely going to be happy about seeing that with greater availability. So let's keep going. Green Infantry. Or no, Blue Infantry. Sweet Dreams. Blue Infantry Dragon. Okay. And then we've randomly got Mikoto in here. So I don't know... Okay, so Infantry Healer. Okay, so we have Mikoto, you know, she's also dressed in Vallite garb, because it seems to be like a Valla or a Valla themed banner. Can't remember exactly what her relationship is with Valla. But again, that does seem to be what they're going for, and her garb is certainly in line and consistent with that. The art's nice. I mean, she looks good. Yeah, I mean, it looks appropriate, again, in theme with both of the other Corrins, certainly. Yeah, I think it certainly works.
Perhaps you'd like me to sing you a lullaby.
Okay, so let's pause here, take a look at her skills. She is an Infantry Healer. She comes with Flash Plus, so this is an inheritable staff. After combat, if unit attacked, inflict status on target and foes within 2 spaces of target, preventing counterattacks through their next actions. Wait, so that's just Candlelight. Isn't that just Candlelight from Bride Lynn? I mean, I guess it's good to get another source of it, because it is kind of a powerful effect, certainly, and it was only on a seasonal unit that had limited availability, so that's useful. Unless I'm reading it wrong, but it sounds like it's just Candlelight, except in a different form. Martyr Plus is definitely one of the better, if not the best, healing skill in the game. Miracle is a useful special. I think more and more we're seeing how useful Miracle can be, especially in relation to things like abyssal difficulty maps. Brazen Attack Res 3. At start of combat, yeah, I mean, the Brazen skills are awesome, what can I say? Definitely always useful to get more sources for Brazen. And then we've got Infantry Rush 3. Infantry allies within 2 spaces gain, if unit's attack is greater than foe's attack, grant special cooldown charge +1. So it's, you know, it's extending Heavy Blade to your allies, basically. Yeah, I'm looking at her kit. It's not crazy. Well, so far, it seems like she could be the one that demotes, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, Brazen, obviously, is a skill that was on Ares, Brazen Attack and Defense, and he was demoted. There's nothing crazy about Miracle or Martyr. Flash is an excellent skill, but it's not something we haven't seen before. For Infantry Rush 3, I could see people making the case for that being exclusive, but I don't know. I mean, I think they're still they keep trying to push infantry and boost infantry to be competitive with movement-based teams. I could see them putting this in the general pool and demoting Mikoto, but I guess we'll just have to see how that shakes out. So let's keep going. Okay. Nice looking art. I mean, it really is. It's very elegant. Okay, so this is the curveball. This came out of nowhere. Flower of Fantasy. Let's pause here and take a look. Okay, so Mikuro is doing the art again for Camilla. She's a flying red tome user, mistily reprising her role, and she looks phenomenal. And they did a great job. She, like the others, dressed in Vallite garb. And yeah, she looks really elegant. Mikuro, as usual, did a fantastic job in designing her. It seems like her dress might be a little more form-fitting than the others. I don't know, but I think she looks great. I think she looks really good here, and even her headpiece with the horns, it's different. It's not the traditional black that she always has. It's actually this sort of golden tint. So yeah, I mean, she definitely looks great. Let's keep going and see what her skills are.
Camilla, you're familiar.
Yeah, we're not familiar with this Camilla. Let's pause here, and she's on a different type of wyvern. It's not, it's not her standard wyvern that she's carried with her throughout all this time. It's a completely different wyvern. So, again, reinforcing that this is a different Camilla. And she has a tome that's unique to her, because this is not an inheritable tome. Book of Dreams, Might 14, grants attack +3. It's always a good thing. If unit is adjacent to an ally, inflicts attack, speed, defense, res -4 on foe during combat. Huh. So that means if she's bonded to an ally, if she's next to an ally, when she's attacking, her opponent gets -4 to all of their stats? That's pretty good. That's really good. That's a straight up debuff, and something I want to reinforce here is that these are not visible debuffs. These are in-combat debuffs, which means that these stack on top of something like a chill effect or a ploy effect. When you're debuffing an opponent from across the screen or map-wide, or threaten defense, threaten res, any of those skills that creates a red number debuff on your opponents, this stacks with that. And this is on player or enemy phase, which means if somebody attacks into Camilla, they are also getting these debuffs inflicted on them. That's actually kind of crazy if you think about it. Because that means you can stack debuff after debuff on somebody, which really hasn't come into play as much. I mean, we have these hones and fortifies and goads and wards that stack buffs, but we haven't really had an instance in which we've been kind of stacking debuffs that can stack on top of each other. And that's exactly what this is. I think that has the potential to be incredibly powerful. Okay, we've got drawback for the assist. You're going to change that out for reposition. Even if she's a mage, on flyers you want reposition. You really just want reposition, because that just creates a whole new level of maneuverability. Attack res bond 3. Synergizing with Book of Dreams. Attack res bond 3. If adjacent to an ally, she gets an attack and a res +5 during combat. That means just from this skill alone, along with the Book of Dreams, if anybody attacks into her, or she attacks into somebody else, and she's going to essentially get +9 res and +9 attack, just from that alone. Attack res link 3, if movement assist, like reposition, shove, pivot, is used by unit or targets, grants attack res +6 to unit and target for 1 turn. So bear in mind that that is an activated buff, which means that that would be in the kind of blue cyan numbers that get activated when you use an assist function. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's a very interesting skill. I think it's probably likely something that you'd end up swapping out just to make her more effective offensively or defensively. But all the same, it is interesting. It's definitely an interesting skill. And then the C slot is goad flyers, which I've said time and time again that flying mages want goad flyers on them, or they want ward flyers on them. They don't want hone or fortify, because they want the hone and fortify on them. And this just kind of cements that. This is another unit, a flying mage that's going to have goad flyers, and this is something that's probably going to stay on her if you're going to be using her in a flyer teams. So that's awesome. That Book of Dreams looks really interesting and has really, really fascinating implications, I would say. That is super, super interesting. Wow, she looks so good. She's got like this this frost-like wyvern too. Okay, so let's take a quick look. It doesn't look like there are any surprises here on the map. Alright, so we'll pause here. No color sharing on this banner. It's a 4-person banner, which means every unit on the banner has a 0.75% chance of appearing in any stone. And yeah, this banner is going to launch on the 9th. Again, out of nowhere, was not expecting us to get this trailer tonight. I was fully expecting us to get a reveal during the Fate channel itself. A lot of people had, first of all, a lot of people were speculating that the next banner would be Fates or Awakening related because Intelligent Systems sort of did this early damage control where they had a notification in the game indicating that if you are looking for particular units from Binding Blade, for example, you know, be on the lookout. We're preparing them. They're going to be released next year. So because of that preemptive damage control, a lot of people just expected we're going to get a slew of Fates and Awakening banners. I mean, so far it looks like that's holding true, at least for the first banner that we got since the announcement. I don't think anybody was expecting a Valla themed banner, certainly, and not with the alts that we got, at least. With no Azura in here at all, and it's a Vallite banner. But who knows, maybe the next banner is going to be a Vallite banner with Azura. I don't know. I have no idea. But, so like I was saying, if anybody is going to get demoted from this banner, I think it's going to be Mikoto. We'll have to see how it shakes out, but it just seems as though her skills are just, you know, a level below all of the others in terms of strength and rarity and uniqueness. So I think she's a prime candidate to drop down. If you are targeting Mikoto, maybe hold off, because she might be a 4-star, and you might be able to get her in the general colorless pool later on. You all already know that I'm going to be going in on this pretty hard to get Camilla. So I'll be spending a lot of orbs. I'll be uploading that summon video onto the channel. So if you're interested in seeing that, definitely stick around. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on alerts. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited about this banner. I'm expecting a lot of angry people, personally. I don't think there are going to be a lot of excited people about this banner. I don't think Makoto has a ton of fans. I don't know if people were really wanted Corrin alts that weren't like a legendary Corrin, and I know a lot of people were not expecting Camilla, so I anticipate there's going to be a lot of salt out there. And if you're one of those people, I'm really sorry, truly sorry. Be on the lookout for the next banner. Just think of this as an opportunity to save your orbs. Remember that there's a Fate channel tomorrow. They could reveal a ton of stuff tomorrow that could be extremely exciting. So just bear that in mind. Be patient and wait it out and use it as an opportunity to save orbs, I guess. But for those of you who are excited, those of you who are going to be pulling on this, let me know in the comments below what your targets are going to be. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this trailer for the first time with us. We thank you so much for watching. We really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.